Gather round, everyone, and heed again the tale of Drakfu. Welcome back. Happy Friday, everybody, and let's continue on our quest throughout the Spires of Iraq. We've already been able to get 3 of the 9 chapters to this zone done, so we're already looking pretty good. But first, let's check the command table, because there was still a mission we were waiting on. So, the Mother of all Kaleri. Boom. And yeah, decent XP. And boom, we got a level up for Penny. So at the very least, we got that. And let's go ahead and send people out on their assignments for the day. Now, you will actually see repeat missions. It's not uncommon for that to happen. And it looks like we already do have a repeat, which is going to be Steel Tusk Lives. So, we're going to send out Tulani, Kaz, and Penny Clobberbottom. So the Iron Horde have equipped a particularly violent Elec named Steel Tusk. Let's make sure this doesn't become more common. There we go. Let's see, we have another 2-person one. You know what? 85% versus... 85%. I just don't know if I want to do that. Well, that's baseline. So, Merkbog Terror. Scouts report a many-headed beast named Festerbloom waylaying travelers crossing the Merkbog. Clear the path for everyone else, or for everyone's sake. Okay, there you go. So, another bonus XP one. We do have another one for Olin, which is Nuisance Gronling. We've done this before. So let's go ahead and do that. Gronlings continue to interrupt our efforts to expand into Gorgron. We need to thin their numbers if we wish to gain a foothold. And then we're also going to do Many-Headed Menace with Olna. Habitat changes in Gorgron have forced Hydras to encroach on Draenei settlements. It is a pity, but we must kill these desperate beasts. Okay. Oh, and finally, we can do this one with Kala. So let's go ahead and do Rylak Attrition. Killing full-grown Rylaks has not diminished their numbers in the least. Scour their nesting grounds and end this menace at the source. Okay, there we go. So that's really all we can set up. We do still have 4 that we could send out, but unfortunately not at a high probability of success. That's the problem. Actually, we can get this one at 86%, so let's go ahead and do this one for Shadowhunter Rala. Where the rock flares went. Modern anthropologists had hoped Draenor would reveal the origin of the rock flare. They were disappointed. Alright, so there you go. And there we go. We have all of our missions set up, and looks like we'll have some within the first hour, and then a couple of others that are going to be at the very most 10 hours. That's sometimes how long you have to wait for stuff, especially once you hit the higher end missions of Draenor, at least if they're still available. So, let's see, we got Admiral Taylor's garrison done, we've established contact with the Arakoa, and we've even learned a little bit about the king of the Arakoa, Terok. Let's see, where do we go next? We do have the Apexis area. I don't want to hit this until much later because it kind of wraps things up for the area. You know what, we're going to go back to Vale Terok. And we're actually gonna fly up to Talon Watch. So let's go ahead and do that. I know I'm being lazy, but I don't care. So, believe it or not, Axfall and Vale Terok are not that far off. In fact, I've ran to it a couple of times. Oh, and here is Rukmar, by the way. Rukmar is one of the world bosses of Draenor. But you've already heard, like, the adherents of Rukmar. Rukmar is the mother of all adherents. In fact, she is the mother of all Arakoa. It just so happens that the corrupted ones have kind of taken a path more fitting to her brother Anzu. At least, I think they're brothers. I need to go watch that novel video again. You know what? I'm going to put that novel video right in the description so you guys can watch it too. Because Arakoa lore is still kind of weird and screwy. Actually, I need to talk to the Flight Master again. And he will fly me up to Talon Watch. So here we go.
Wind is blowing.
Fly me to Talon Watch! And fun fact, so this Blue Raven, this is actually another variation of the Dire Raven that you would have gotten if you got the Collector's Edition of Warlords of Draenor. The difference is that the Dire Raven you get in the Collector's Edition has some... Actually, let me show you, and then you can see the comparison. Let's see, it's the Dire Raven, so it's probably not going to be too... Or the Dread Raven, sorry. So, That's the difference, is like this, ours is, the collector's edition is more armored. So there you go. That's the difference. Big blue raven, but big blue armored raven. All right, so flight path. Grab that first always, and let's go ahead and talk to Talon Guard Correct.
What are we without the sky?
Rashad sent an outsider here. You must be very important or very dangerous.
Both. Correct gazes at the orb.
Is that what I think it is? We must get this to the Talon altar.
Yes, probably. Banished from the sky.
The adherents have been casting their enemies into the hollow for generations. The pools carry Sethe.
Again, I'm not sure how to say this character's name. I think it's either Seth or it's Set. I'm gonna go with Set. That sounds about right.
The pools carry Sethe's dying curse, crippling Arakoa with visions of darkness and intense pain. The mind reels, the body writhes, and the wings wither. Most Arakoa die or go insane. Only the strongest can resist. Seek them out and use the Eye of Anzu to help them to their senses. Beware, for the whisperers of Sethe also prey on these survivors to fill their ranks.
Beware the
Okay,
burning
so
sky.
you need to use the Eye of Anzu on 8 cursed Arakoa to kind of bring them to their senses. Because once you start out, nothing makes sense. Because basically, to give you a little bit of lore here, there were 3 gods. There was Rukmar, there was Anzu, and then there was Sethe. Rukmar is the mother of all Arakoa. Sethe is the god of wind serpents, and he's very pissed off most of the time. He's very resentful of Rukmar and Anzu. Anzu is the raven god, and he's kind of a god of wisdom as well. Like he would always contemplate with the gods of the. It's said in the books he would contemplate with the gods of the void on existence and things like that. So that's the thing to look at. The adherents adhere more to Rukmar. The cursed Arakoa resemble more Anzu's traits, and then Sethe is more of a corruption. And actually, this entire area that's like red, this is actually where Sethe fell. And this is his blood, and his blood actually will corrupt the Arakoa in the long run. It's actually one of the reasons why Anzu is kind of insane. In order to stop this from happening, he actually picked his bones clean so that his blood, there wouldn't be so much blood for people to be corrupted with. Anyway, so your lore moment. Again, I'll put the Arakoa video in the description so you guys can check it out. Because honestly, Noble explains it far better than me. So Kazu.
This curse has not broken me yet.
Hatred Undying.
The blood of the dead god Sethe lingers in the pools here, and with it his hatred of Rukmar and Anzu. So strong was his hate that it animates the blood even now, eons after he was slain by his fellow gods. I need the congealed blood that holds those spiteful creatures together. There is nothing the adherents fear more than the power of this curse. What if we could brandish it against them?
The Talon King will guide us.
Okay, so we need to get some congealed blood, and then we also need to free cursed Arakoa. So this is actually not one of them. Here would be a, let's see, a crazed outcast. So use the Eye of Anzu. Oh, my bad. He's crazed. You need to actually find one in more of a neutral state. So right here. So just use it, and boom. And there's some congealed blood of Sethe. Oh no, a crazed outcast. You're gonna get those from time to time. But our goal here is the blood and then the more neutral outcasts. And the other sad part too is when they get outcast here, the wings do wither, but that's actually not what happens to the wings. As part of a punishment, when the adherents cast you out, they will cut your wings off. So yeah, the Arakoa are not nice people. Not at all. And actually, the way that we know that is actually from a short story, I believe, that was done to explain one of the bosses of Tanan Jungle, which, do I spoil this? I'm leaning towards no. I really don't want to spoil it. You know what? No, I'm not going to spoil it here. But we will talk about it later. And it is an Arakoa storyline involving Rashad and Iskar. but it actually does explain the horrid practices of the Arakoa against whom they consider to be imperfect. So there you go. Like every one of them starts off as adherent, and then as soon as they hit the pools of Sethe, they are corrupted and become the corrupted form. Here we go. One more. First Arakoa to free. Go ahead and grab these guys. And I need 2 more congealed blood. So another group of bloods. There we go. This'll work. Well, I'm assuming a lot. There we go. Yep, that gave us 2. Yay! Okay, let's go ahead and turn these in. Back at Talon Watch. So this is basically how the Cursed Arakoa kind of bolster their numbers. Alright, so Kazu?
My attempts to bottle the pooled blood have failed. It breaks down and dissipates when it's taken away from Set's bones. But I have high hopes for this congealed form. Excellent, excellent. Go ahead and drop those directly into the cauldron.
Oh, and we do get some Skysinger boots, but yep, not really an upgrade.
Into the shadows.
And finally, Talon Guard
What
Turret.
are we without the sky?
Oh, yeah, and he also says,
Thank you kindly. I shall notify you of my results later.
This curse has not broken me yet.
They have suffered a fate worse than death, but at least they are free.
so Gaze of the Raven God.
The Sethic are breeding vile wind serpents from Set's blood and bones. With these creatures, they will tear apart the sky. The nests are protected by powerful magic, but Anzu's gaze should penetrate them with ease. Let us visit the nests and destroy them.
Tread carefully.
Alright, and then Sons of Set.
Many years have passed since anyone has been in contact with Anzu. He faded away as Tarok did, to take refuge in the shadows. If we are to coax him back, we should make an offering. Set took the sky from us all. It seems fitting to take the wings of his children.
So collect 6 Wind Serpent wings. And Talon Guard Kurak will join you on this task.
So all you gotta do is just go a little bit further south, I believe.
Yep. So we need to defile the Wind Serpent nests that are in the area, as well as collect Wind Serpent wings. Not too hard, but as you can see, yeah, the Wind Serpents are very skeletal, very undead. Well, and actually they're rarer than you might think. Now, you'll notice that he actually mentioned the name Sethe. We have done an instance called the Sethe Calls. These are Arakoa that specifically follow the will of Set. Which is funny because their leader, Talon King Ikis, which we will see here as well, believes himself to be a reincarnation of Tarok. There we go. Okay, use that. That's halfway there. There we go. And here's another nest, so we'll take care of that. Oh, and I'm gonna pull this guy. There we go, one more wing. Let's grab this nest first. And boom. I meant boom. There we go. So that's all of our Wind Serpent wings. Now we just need to take care of that last nest. Oh, look at that. Corrupted egg. I believe that's one of the rares in Spires. And I actually have never done that rare. Oh, and this guy, so there's a petrified ancient. I should really... I'm going to take care of the nest first, but the petrified ancient... we want him. So give me a quick second. is something we'll probably do in extended stuff, but yeah, we probably want this guy. Oh, and look, he's got some people around him.
I'm out of range.
Something you doing?
Oh, let's see. Let's see if we can cut this petrified ancient down.
Boss, me not what they call smart, but this tree not right. Maybe we no chop this one. Oh, me sorry for being stupid. Stupid me. Stupid. Chop this tree now, boss.
Who awakens me? I do. So I can tell you. So if you do this, you get a Barkskin Tome, which is Legacy of the Ancients. Opening the Ancient Tome, you see that it's not actually a tome at all, but a container. Inside are 4 empty slots. Upon closer inspection, each slot that has next to it a carving of what appears to be a unique Draenor Ancient. Some glyphs and a receptacle used to hold a piece of the pictured ancient. There also appear to be directions to where these ancients may be found. Medium Timber, Shadow Moon, Gorgron, the Spires of Iraq, and Nagrand. These are assassination instructions from trees to kill trees. That is, in fact, the legacy of the ancients. They wanted to kill each other. See, people, we're doing them a favor. They just want to kill each other off. We're just doing it for them. All right, and actually, we do need to turn these one of these quests in at Talon Watch. Actually, both of them, I think. So let's do the offering bowl. This is for Sons of Set. A large bowl awaits an offering for the Raven God. Heaping the wings into the bowl, you hear a faint rustling of feathers from somewhere overhead. Okay, so we've done that, and then also the place. This is where we need to place the Eye of Anzu. As the orb meets the altar, the nearby candles flare up. Yay! And with that, we get new quests, and here is the Raven God Anzu.
Your arrival is timely, mortals. The Sethe must be stopped. Talon Guard, ready the altar beneath the broken spire.
Alright, so Talon Guard,
Brother.
the false Talon King.
Ikis was once a respected sage among the adherents, but his search for the truth of Terok's fall led to his own banishment. Ikis became obsessed with Terok, even claiming to be the old hero reborn. He commands the Sethe, promising untold power in the new age of darkness. Know this, Ikis is no Talon King. Slay the delusional fool, and search him for anything useful. He is known to collect powerful trinkets.
So we need to kill Talon King Ikis. Well, again. I guess this would be for the first time. Time travel makes this very difficult to figure out. Then finally with Anzu.
Speak, mortal. The Raven God is listening.
So servants of a dead god.
Even in death, Set exerts influence. The Sethic cult was born of this influence, led by a false king in service of the dead god. Silence their prophets, for they seek a future of black seas and blighted skies. Defeat their chosen champions, for they have pledged themselves to a lie.
And then ritual severance.
I could not defeat this curse, and long ago resigned myself to rest in darkness. But the Sethic are performing dark rituals to draw me back, slowly binding me to Set's will. Should they succeed, Set would have me draw a dark cloak across the horizon and bathe the world in his blood. Disrupt their rituals so that I may return with my own free will. Then together we shall bring an end to Set's return.
I was trying to say it without doing my Utah-ism, but it's kind of hard to do. So we actually need to go and take care of the Sethic. Now, fun thing that he brings back that they're trying to bring him back in a ritual. This ritual was successful in our Outland. That's why you're able to face Anzu as a bonus boss in the Sethic Halls. They actually did succeed in summoning him. But here, we're going to prevent them from doing so, because, you know, that ain't cool. So we've got ritual circles to stomp out. We need to take care of some Sethic Chosen and Sethic Prophets, and then finally take the fight to the false Talon King himself. This is kind of like the Sunken Temple. Just chase these ghosts around and eventually they dissipate. Okay, so continue on. We need to find the ritual circles, and that's probably the hardest thing here. It's actually pretty straightforward where Ickis is. And by the way, happy Friday, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. Getting ready for the weekend. For me, I'm just getting ready to have a podcast week, so that's basically where I work on the podcasts as well as other stuff that needs to be done for the channel. So just as another quick reminder, there will not be any Tale of Drakfu or Dungeons and Drakfus next week. You will get Kingdom Hearts fans and Final Fantasy fans, you will get a part. Diablo fans, not sure yet. It depends on how much time I actually have to work with, and if I can, then I will make a Diablo part work. If not, then obviously you'll get one the following week. So this is where Talon King Ickis is. Maybe we'll just take care of him now, and then we'll worry about the other stuff. Hi, buddy. And boom, he's dead. So there's the scuffed bangle that you need as proof of his death. There we go. How are we doing? We have all... Oh, yeah, we have all of the chosen prophets, so I'm not gonna worry about them anymore, I guess. Where is the... Oh, here's the other circle. So... Boom, 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 boom. All you have to do is just stamp it out. It's funny, because Legion later on got a similar quest to this, but instead you actually have to draw out the arcane symbolism on the ground. You don't actually stamp it out, you create it with your walking. Let's see, so boom, 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 boom. And now I don't care about you guys. Have fun with that. Yay! So now we need to fly back to, not Talon Watch, but basically kind of an intermediary to meet up with Anzu. So, Talon Guard correct.
A dark wind is blowing.
Have you silenced the false king?
Yes, I have.
A bracelet? Interesting. Rather plain looking.
Lithic's gift. Kurek squints at the bangle, rotating it slowly in his claws.
There is an inscription on the inside. To my father, may Rukmar illuminate your path. With love, Lithic. It cannot be. This is Tarok's bangle. It was a gift from his daughter. He wore it for years until... Well, we had better return it. Tarok built a memorial to Lithic not far from Talon Watch. It should rest there.
People might be wondering who the heck is Lithic? Because you remember, in Outland, we actually had a Veil Lithic. Lithic is the daughter of Tarok. And actually, one of his main concerns after he got corrupted, he wanted to find his way back to Lithic. And unfortunately, never happened. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this in with Anzu. So, servants of a dead god.
Mortals and weapons and zealotry do not make one strong. They turned to Sethe because they were too weak to face death.
Let's see. We have a cloak. Crit mastery. I'm going to go with crit mastery. It's not really that great an upgrade, so... Ritual severance.
I feel their grasp slipping. Thank you, mortal.
I really don't know the voice to do for Anzu, so I'm kind of like mixing things in, so I apologize. Set the dead god.
The time has come to put an end to Sethe. I killed him before, and with your help, I shall do it again. Ready yourself for a fight. The cultists will not stand idly by while we stamp out their god.
So this is kind of a big event, but we're going to take out Sethe, or at least the vengeful spirit of Sethe. All you have to do is go... leave... Is it the other way? Yeah, it's the other way. So you go over here. And this leads up to the Broken Spire, which is where the vengeful spirit of Sethe lies. So right here. So here's Anzu. Let's go and meet up with him.
Are you ready to fight Sethe, Blood Elf?
I am ready, Anzu. We will not fail. So yes, we're going to join Anzu in this fight.
I will handle Sethe. You take care of the cultists. Behold my rebirth!
Okay, so all I gotta do is take care of these bloods of Sethe that are making their way to Anzu. They will do damage to Anzu. If Anzu dies, then you fail. The other thing, too, is that the Sethic supplicants are going to try and empower Sethe. This cannot be. We must stop it. There we go. Pretty easy to take on. So basically, he'll be fighting Sethe, and he'll be doing damage to him, but we're going to be taking care of all of the things that Sethe can do to bolster the fight in his favor. So here's actually like a beam that he would do to damage you. If you were still working on bloods, this would suck. But we don't really care, because he's already doing plenty of damage to Sethe. Oh, and here's a supplicant. So as you can see, this gets harder as we go. So you got to kill the supplicants first, because they buff him. And then you kill the blood. And eventually we'll start getting like 2 or 3 supplicants plus this beam. So we just got to wait out the next round of supplicants. Oh, there he is. There we are. Oh, and 2 beams now. Oh, and Sethe is dead. Yay, we won.
My hatred is undying.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Anzu, what do we do now?
It is done. Meet me at Lithic's Rest.
Okay, so need to head over to Lithic's Rest, which is actually just right over the hill. So it's not too hard to find. And boom! So here is the memory of Lithic. You are not my father, but you have something of his. Who are you? Why have you stirred me? I have this bangle. That bracelet. I made it for father long ago. Before the fall. A sentimental relic. My father's bangle sat here for ages before that imposter Ickis stole it away. I thank you for returning it, but I have no need for keepsakes. Take it with my blessing. If there are still Talon priests loyal to the true Talon King, please bring it to them. Okay, so Lithic's gift. And then Anzu.
Sethe has died twice, but his curse lives on. It seems we will never be rid of it.
Oh, and we get a 578 vest. Awesome, and an upgraded, rare upgrade. Woohoo! So now it's a 598. Even better. I'm just glad that I don't have, you know, the Fabio shirt anymore. Oh, that got so annoying. What's really annoying, too, is I have it on my human rogue, too, and it just drives me nuts. I don't like shirts like that. Not even on my fictional characters, man. It just bothers me. Maybe with the ladies. Nah. You know what? Not with the ladies. Nah, I'm not even for that either. Okay, so interesting part is Lithic's gift we need to actually take back to Vale Tarok. Why? Because it reveals the next chapter. So, quick magic up while we fly back to Vale Tarok. All right, we're back in Vale Tarok, but now we have an interesting change. Anzu is now here. So Anzu is now praising basically what we've done. Let's go ahead and give the Lithic's gift to Rashad.
Let me tell you a story.
If we are to move forward, we must understand what we've left behind.
So a sentimental relic.
What's that you have there? Lithic actually spoke to you? Or some shade of her at least. Fascinating.
All right, the gods of Iraq.
With this, we can delve into the tale of Tarok's fall.
So the missing piece.
Terok's daughter Lithik was a skilled huntress, but found her true passion in goldsmithing. She forged this bangle as a gift for her father, and he wore it for many years. Only after Lithik passed away did he remove the bangle, for her memory was too much for the old king to truly bear. Place the bangle upon the effigy, and I shall tell you of Terok's fall.
Goodbye.
Alright, yeah, I'm not even gonna try and be Frank Welker, man. I just can't do it.
I've tried. I could do a sound wave, but that's about it.
So there we go, effigy of Tarok. You carefully hang the bangle upon the effigy's arm. And Tarok's fall. Once again, Rashad's voice envelops you.
Terok was a powerful and respected king, beloved by his people. His sages, however, were not so loyal. Hungry for control of Skyreach, they conspired against him.
So we need to use the effigy of Tarok to relive Tarok's fall. A crude Arakoa effigy adorned with relics of the old King Tarok. So touch the bangle to witness Tarok's fall.
The Talon King's own sages.
Okay, well, the thing can cut off.
Blood seared his flesh and tore at his spine. As he withered, Tarok had but one concern: his daughter Lithik.
So the first one was the Talon King's own sages betrayed him. Tarok and his allies were cast into the pools. So this is actually all of Tarok's allies that are being cast out by the sages. You can see things are not good, but here is Lithik. Oh, Lithik ain't doing so good. That's, oh boy.
Seeing her broken body, Tarok despaired. He surrendered to the creeping darkness. But in that darkness, something found him. A strange power filled the Talon King. A presence urged him on.
Okay, so now we have a whole new task for this. Trying to remember. Yeah, we need to rally. We need to rally some Talon guards, but then we also need to take care of the outcasts. There we go. You just got to be within range. So kind of like the previous one that we did with Tarok. His number one attack just kind of changes each time. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're making good progress. Four out of 5, that's not bad. Almost there. So we need one more Talon Guard rallied. And 4 more crazed outcasts killed.
The strongest of his guards clung to sanity. And when the Talon King called, they answered. Wretches driven mad by the curse thrashed them out in the pools in agony. But Drak set them free.
So now we must find the Eye of Anzu, which is actually right here.
A strange orb peeked out from the wastes. Gazing into it, Tarok met the being that had saved him. The Raven God, Anzu, gifted Tarok and his gods with dark powers. In time, they would be known as Talon Priests. Together they would build Sethe and protect the unwanted children of Rookmar.
And there you go. That is the fall of Tarok. Talk to Rashad.
Yes?
So Tarok's fall.
Since that day, the sages have remained in power in Skyreach. now calling themselves the adherents of Rukmar and claiming to be the heralds of her will.
As the years passed, the Talon King's health declined. Grief hung in his heart, while the curse chewed relentlessly at his mind. He began to hate this world, abandoning Skedis, and even sacrificing his own people in search of a cure. Hoping to rejuvenate their fading king, the Talon priests sealed Drak away in the shadows. And that brings us to today. With the relics and the Talon priests in place, we are ready to call upon the Talon King.
Interesting. Okay. So, Shadow Sage Iskar. Please have something. A worthy vessel.
The time has come, Drakfu. Awaken the Talon King from his long slumber. Call him into this world so that he may destroy our enemies.
The shadows are restless.
Okay, so we need to call forth Tarok. Call upon Tarok and... Oh, looky. He's right here. And you have to fight him. How fun. You think yourself a worthy vessel for my power? Prove it! Okay.
Impressive.
So now we have the Shade of Tarok, the Talon King.
Rukmar has forgotten us.
You fight well. Thank you. The Avatar of Tarok. My long sleep was disturbed by dreams of the past. I cut down my old enemies again. I watched my daughter die again. You were there. I felt your presence in these dreams, and your past was revealed to me as well. Someone has woven our fates together. My people are yours to protect, and your enemies are mine to destroy. The Shadowed Hand are rallied in Blade Fist hold. Left to their own, they would claim this land for the Iron Horde. Take my power, and together we shall break them. Alright, so speak with the Shade of Tarok, and he will actually help you with your Shattered Hand problem. Take my power, it is yours to command. We're gonna go ahead and accept Tarok's power. We're not nearly done in this area, but this is actually a really cool concept. So now we are the Avatar of Tarok again, and we just have to take care of all of the Shattered Hand in the area. Island wins! I am the Talon King! Fear me! There we go. Oh, we need to take care of the Ravagers too. And one more Ravager ought to do it. Oh, and there we go. And now it's time for us to take out Kargath Blade Fist!
I am the Talon King. I have come from beyond death to stem the Iron Tide. Now!
Screw you, Kargath! We will kill you! We will summon the violent winds. You will not survive, Kargath! This battle could go on for ages. Oh.
Well, I'm Kargath Blade Fist, and when I kill something, it stays dead. Possible my power has failed you. So it's you in there.
I know.
Takar isn't here to protect you this time. What? Are you all right? That was a close call. We barely got you out in time.
So yeah, we weren't able to take out Kargath, mainly because he's a raid boss. But
That orc, Kargath, even at my full strength, he would prove a challenge. My children, it will take more than fading memories of the past to overcome the challenges you face today. You must strike your own path Lay the past to rest and raise new champions. You have one already. Hero, I can never again grant you my full power. Kargath severed that bond. But so long as you tread in Iraq, some piece of me will remain with you. I will lend my power as often as I can.
Why, thank you, Tarok. We appreciate that. Okay, so talk to Rashad.
Iskar wanted to bring Tarok back with a body of his own, but would the Talon King have saved us, or led us further into darkness? I was not willing to repeat the mistakes of our past. In you, I saw a worthy steward of the Talon King's power. Ishal agreed and helped me to bind your essences together. Iskar will not be happy about this, but what's done is done.
So the Avatar of Tarok.
The Shattered Hand is in shambles, and the Avatar of Tarok now walks among us. When I promised you back in Skittis, did you expect that it would come without any strings attached?
Let's see. So 592 ring, critical strike versatility, and haste and versatility. I'm gonna go with crit just because why not? Tarok's Legend. So we've got another 2 chapters already done. Where's the ring? I wanted to see the ring really quick. Here we go. 590 and a 592. It just doesn't, because I already have an epic there. I'm probably not going to do enough for 2 points. There you go. We've already gotten plenty. So we're down to the last 4 chapters of the Spires of Iraq, and now things get even more complicated as we go along. So the final little bit of the Arakoa storyline is actually in that excavation site. I'm almost kind of wanting to go and take care of some other things in the meantime, though, because we need to take care of Venom Barb and a couple of other major issues. So yeah, let's go hunting for a little bit, because we don't have too much time in this part, and I think they actually go towards the Axfall one. And frankly, if we can get that done, that would be awesome. So all we got to do is follow this path. The interesting part is that Kehoe, we've already been to where he is, because in that first memory of Tarok, we we actually visited where you find Kehoe. Oh, and I actually should probably point this out too. So now that you've completed this quest, you now have a buff on you whenever you go throughout Spires of Iraq called Avatar of Tarok. And occasionally what'll happen is that spells and abilities have a chance to invoke Tarok, and Tarok will come and he'll basically finish off your enemies. This is a buff that is really awesome that they in turn used later on in Legion for things like Legion Fall benefits or working with specific armies. Now you get their buffs out there in the field. It's really awesome. I like the fact that they did this and then later implemented it the same way, because it just helps with questing a little bit more to be able to get that extra bit of damage that you may not have gotten on your own. So, Bloodfang Pride Lands. We are officially here. And actually, let's take care of Spine Slicer first, because he's closer. We'll take care of him, and then we'll go on and take care of Kehoe. Here we go. I think it's up this path. Okay, where is Spine Slicer? He's a big Ravager, if I remember correctly. Hi, kitties. Yeah, there's Spine Slicer. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this timber.
What do you want? I don't know what you want.
I want your hat. That's what I want. Okay. Spine Slicer! Now, granted, these guys were a lot harder back in the day, so don't take my owning of them as, oh my gosh, they're so easy. First of all, I'm 101 right now. I'm capped as far as Warlords of Draenor is concerned. But trust me, if I was like here, let's just say 98, I'd have problems. Oh, regular timber. We have a chance to piss off one of the ancients. Nope. So here are the Bloodmane Pride Lands. This is where we need to find Kehoe. There is a bonus objective here too, but I'm really not doing bonus objectives. I don't need that extra amount of XP, so I'm not going to worry about it. So here's Kehoe the Savage. Let's go ahead and take him down next. Oh, screw you. I'm not doing hack and slash. There we go. So here's Kehoe Severed Paw. Thank you, Zhuen. And finally, we need to do Venom Barb. And Venom Barb is the harder one because we basically have to go fly back to Crow's Crook to get to, a little bit closer to him. He's a very nasty Rylak, and I actually might have a little bit of difficulty with him considering all the AoE and bull crap that he does. So we'll see. That'll give me some time to get Zhuen back, though. That'll be helpful. Small Timber, why not? I want to get as many garrison resources as I can to send people out on missions. Now, some people have already asked, are you going to continue on in the garrison after you get to Legion content? Probably not unless I need to do an attunement or an achievement or of some kind. Like, if I need to do Draenor Pathfinder specifically on Drakfu, then I would do that. But I'm actually a little bit further along in the Pathfinder on my Druid, and I think it becomes account bound to both factions. So at that point, I wouldn't need to worry. Who knows? Maybe if I get bored one day, I'll just start working on them again, because I actually did like working on the followers in Draenor. I like doing it in the Order Halls in Legion. It's actually one of the things I'm more addicted to than anything on my phone is the Legion Companion app. Just working on overall missions and strengthening my followers, things like that. That's why I've been doing a mad rush to get as many order halls done as I can, not just because I'm trying to gather footage for stuff later in the year, but also because I like the fact that I can see these stories and see what followers each class gets and start bolstering them. Let's see, so here's a Vile Tongue Rylak. We should be really close to Axfall, so I might just go there and then fly to Crow's Crook. Yep. And in fact, while we're there, let's just go ahead and turn in the quest that we do have. Here, oh, by the way, here's Rookmar. There you are. And yes, we will be doing it. So another question that people have been asking, as soon as you get to Pandaria, you have the reintroduction of world bosses. Will we be doing world bosses for Pandaria? Yes. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, though. I've thought about doing like one single video covering all of the ones, maybe not including patches, though, or just doing them all individually. I'm not sure. I'm still working that out. Let's go ahead and talk to Gornik.
What do you need?
So, Kehoe Severed Paw.
Loktar, Commander! The peons will sing songs of your glory, Commander! Loktar Ogar! For the whole...
There we go. Who do we turn it in for? Here we go. For Kilga.
Strength and honor.
I can instruct you in leatherworking. So, Spine Slicer's Husk. It is an honor to have you in my shop, Commander. I am glad we can count on you, Commander.
Go forth.
There we go. Another 100 garrison resources. That'll be really helpful. And let's go ahead and do a quick magic up while we fly over to Crow's Crook. Okay, so I'm actually over at Akita's Hovel, which is a little bit closer. This is a cool aspect because this is pretty much the only flight path that anybody on the Horde gets into Shadow Moon Valley. I think there may be one more, which is just closer to a questing area in there, but that's it. And that's because Shadow Moon Valley, like Frostfire Ridge, is Alliance only. So this is where the questing for the Alliance goes on for that first little bit, and then they reroute over to Gorgron. So maybe at one point we actually... Well, I know for the Garrison campaign we'll be stepping into Shadow Moon Valley, but in my opinion, it's like one of the prettiest areas in all of Draenor. I love leveling Alliance ults in Shadow Moon Valley. It's the prettiest thing. But we're playing a Horde one, so we don't care about that right now. This is actually going to put us really close to Venom Barb. So let's just step on into the Howling Crag. Again, another place where you can do bonus objectives, but we don't care. We don't care because we're going to go straight for Venom Barb. And I think he's actually at the top of that hill. Oh, and we have Shattered Hand here. Oh, that's cute. You guys think you matter. All right, so here's Venom Barb. And wow, he was actually not as hard as I thought he was going to be. That just shows how overpowered things are right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our way. Should we backtrack? Yeah, let's backtrack to Akita's hovel, and then we will we'll fly back to Axfall to turn it in. And I'm not sure if this is going to give us the chapter or not, but I think it might. Yeah, up this way to the bridge. We don't care about your stinking Rylak. Oh no, we came across a Shattered Hand Orc. Whatever will we do? And one of the reasons I really do like it is because it's basically a zone of Perpetual Night, and so people might remember the Outland Shadowmoon Valley, where it was just a place of dark and fell and all that. This is actually more serene. It's like mid-evening, kind of, or forever place there, and oh, it's beautiful. I love it. But okay, let's go ahead and do a magic cut again while we fly back to Axfall. Okay, we are back in Axfall. Let's go ahead and turn this in with Huto Featherwind. 1,000 thanks to you, Commander. I will call for more supply runs immediately. There we go. So no, unfortunately it didn't give us the chapter, but it's at least something that we don't have to do along the way. And it's unfortunately that time, so we're going to have to call a break. When we get back, not next week, but a week from then, after the podcast break, we will continue and finish up our questing in the Spires of Iraq. We'll see you guys then.